little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Taken about 7 yards deep. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play action. It's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Raven first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
This Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it. You work at it, but I don't care how much you prepare. It is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Powers through. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Edwards, no gain on the play there. Second down.
Right at the line.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On second down, here's Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead.
Jackson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Ravens 3.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
And still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
15. Ravens 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run with Edwards. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now a run with Edwards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yards. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
It's complete to Brown, right side. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. And this one too low.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's got it. It cuts this thing to 2. It's 15-13 now.
15. Ravens 13. Justin Tucker to kick.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers looking, and this will be caught at the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 46 yards out. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
It's a gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 45-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brought down behind.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
It's now 4th down, and
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground with Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
with the handoff to Aaron.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 23. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They go play action now. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, it's Edwards. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Jackson setting up the screen here to Edwards. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Over the middle here to Brown. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A gutsy decision there going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Tonight's final score.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.